think that fixed it. Alright, I think that did it. I think so. So hopefully that looks better now. I'm really hoping that's better now. So let's see here. Oh lordy, I just don't know why this is being so finicky today. Yeah, I just don't know what is going on with this today. Running back and forth, testing it out, testing it out. Let's see. So hopefully that fixed it. And now my chat is gone. Now I can't see the chat. Oh my god. Oh my god today. Come on. Why software? Come on. Why are you doing this to me? Come on now. Refresh chat. Come on. Okay, here we go. So much better. Where the chat keeps... Stop doing that, chat. I'm gonna... Wait, let me... Why? Just why are you doing this? I don't understand what is happening right now. Good God. Sign into chat. Come on, do it in a different pane. Come on. Oh my good lord. Okay, wait a minute. The software today is just not behaving at all. Okay, all right. Let's try this again. Looks so much better. I was wondering how those showed up when I hit them. All streams looking good. Excellent, excellent. That was me spamming them. Still choppy, but I don't think it's as bad. Okay, a little choppy, but it's so much better. That's great. Feel bad for them. Just planning to play a game. The sufferer says no. I know, right? It's just... it doesn't want me to do things today. I am an old man yelling at clouds. I know. All right, I'm going to go yell at a pig. I'm going to take my revenge out on this big pig in here. You, sir, are the source of all my frustration right now. You made the software. Alright, that's pretty much game over right there. Now, this guy can do a mule kick. If you just, if you're a little slow on the timing, he will rear back and kick you. So, yeah. There you go. Game over for Mr. Piggy. Alrighty. It was all this guy's fault. This damn pig. I know. That's what he gets. Learns his lesson, hopefully. Alright, here we go. Going on down. Alright, layer 2. So we beat up a pig. It was kind of embarrassing for him, but that's fine. That's what he gets. Found out the Elden Ring DLC was happening tomorrow. He said, I must ruin Bloodborne. Yeah, it's almost time to venture back into the lands between. Almost time once again. Yeah, Elden Ring is definitely on the Platinum Hoont list, so it is a game that we can play on this channel. I mean, I'm going to be doing it again anyway, so I mean, I might as well record it and stream it, right? Have some fun with it. You jerk. Alright, where's the old Bell Maiden at? Where's the Bell Maiden? There she is. Alrighty. So, yeah, we have another side area before Layer 2 proper. So, again, we're just going to go through, make sure we're exploring everything, looking around, picking up those items, doing what we can before the next boss, which is just another undead giant. Nothing we're worried about. This one's going to be a bit of a variant than the one we faced before, but it's going to be okay. Stop shooting me. I get the point. You don't want me to have your treasure chest. That's right. All right, then. Alrighty. So, yeah, just gonna keep going around and exploring, getting all of our goodies. Dying a few times in the process, you know, the normal stuff. Alrighty, let's take out this feller. Someone doesn't want to stun. Alright. That's fine. Slow on the draw today. I am slow on the draw today. Woo. Alright, plan B. Pummel it into the ground. Go get our treasure here. Learned him good. I'm so sorry you have to do that. I didn't necessarily platinum the game because I played Elden Ring on PC, but I did 100% of it. Is the best undead giant, though? Yeah, it is the coolest one. He is a fun one. I have to admit, I have no idea what I'm doing or where I'm going in Elden Ring. Radon was the last thing I did, and he didn't seem too bad. Yeah, Bo, it's so easy to get lost, and then just, like, you find all these dungeons and, like, side areas. You're like, well, there's an item I can't use in my build, so that's fun. Elden Ring is really good, yeah. Yeah, Radon is he is technically an optional boss, but yeah, if you want to like do Ronnie's like quest line and all that good stuff, he's you got to do him. I never played him pre-nerf, but I heard he was an absolute nightmare, so maybe I should get like an unpatched version sometime, just see him just beat me into dust. He's one of the best bosses in the game, that's why I patch goal. I just think he can use everything. Yeah, makes sense. That's a good way to do it. Okay, so went backwards. Don't do that. We're just gonna wait for this to go back down. He wasn't that bad. Like, I've only seen that I've only not seen it, but I've heard he was really, really rough before the nerf. And so, I mean, I've never seen it personally, but I'll take your word for it, though, on that one. Alright, there's our lantern. Alright, now we're going to pop out, and we're going to bank some of our echoes. And we're going to do a run up to our undead giant. He was easier than Melania. Melania, like, I actually didn't have a problem with Melania. All I did was I just used the flamethrower shield and wild strikes on a great hammer, and I just battered her. Like, it wasn't even close. I've really just been blindly following whatever Randy tells me to do. Yep, that's pretty much all you gotta do. You'll get a pretty good ending that way. Well, I got lucky with and beat on my second try. Oh yeah. Yeah, she can be wait, I don't want to go to that area. I want to talk to the doll. What am I doing? Yeah, she her second phase is interesting, where like she just becomes a big flower and you're like, oh, okay, well, she's a big flower now. All right, 700 needed. Let's go ahead and cash in some of our chunks real fast. Our chunks are stone shards real quick because we have an abundance of them. And we don't need them for anything else other than this exact thing.
Welcome. What is it? Very well, let me.
Alright, gonna grab some vitality.
Farewell, good.
Back to Hinter Tomb! Back in the hole! Two-handed the greatsword and did 1,000 damage per hit. Yeah. Yeah, the greatsword's real good. I always really like great hammers in Elden Ring and in the Souls games. I think they're so much fun. Yeah, if there's a weapon where I can use a two-handed hammer in it, I'm all for it. All right. Hinter Tomb Chalice Layer 2. All right, so there is our goal over there, so we need to go find the lever. Let's go find that lever real fast. Get some blood vials. Cold blood dew. Use that stuff for later. Let me go and buy a absolute ton of weapons. Ow, ow. They're just waiting to ambush you as soon as you open the door. That's fine. You're gonna need all the ambushes you can get. Big sword equals big damage equals fun game kind of guy. Yeah, big weapons are cool. Like colossal weapons are great. They're a lot of fun, and they hit like, you know, absolute powerhouses and have a ton of reach. Alright, so in Hinter Tomb, we're going to start having these areas here where there's kind of poison swamps, because we can never have enough poison swamps, gang. We have to have all the poison swamps. There we go. Knock him out. Sorry about that. Took a little sip of coffee there. Didn't want to slurp in anybody's ear. Alright. Never found dex builds appealing in Souls games except for Bloodborne, when I love every weapon so much. Yeah, like the first weapon I used in Elden Ring was the Uchigatana. And I was not that interested after maybe, like, you know, 8 hours. I was like, eh. Alrighty. There we go. Roll through the poison. Go to the ladder. We love a good poison swamp. That's right, Voxel. We love our poison swamps. I mean, I would be upset if we didn't have more poison swamps, to be perfectly honest. I need them. I feed off of them. It's really good, but I'm just kind of... I'm not a katana person, even in Bloodborne. I think Share is overrated. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, yeah... I'm not a big fan of, like, you know, dex and finesse weapons. I just never really have been, and I've never been into that style of play in any game. So I totally understand that. Now, we're going to avoid jumping down there as much as possible because, you know, poison swamp, once again. And, alright, yeah, you come up here. You come up here, then you go back down there. So, yeah, you can see over there in the distance, there's an undead giant. And the boss of the level is an undead giant as well, so it's not really too exciting. Oh, man. I thought I got all the poison fast enough. I didn't. Oh, well. And we have snaky balls. I'm already poisoned. Let's just go find our lever, I guess. And intentionally run into a gank squad. The only reason I'm doing this is because we can one-shot these guys right now. When we get to levels 3 and 4 of the Chalice dungeons, you're not going to be able to do that. So you got to be a lot more careful with those rat brigades. But right now, we're still pretty overpowered for the area. I think there's an item I missed. Yep, tomb mold. Very good. Alrighty. And there is our prize right there. You cannot wait for Elden Ring DLC to have Fair and Keep 2 Electric Boogaloo, except it's bigger this time. Hey, look, it's the boss. Yeah, I have not checked out the trailer yet for Elden Ring, but I do want to check it out soon. I know it releases in June coming up. So it gives me plenty of time to prep up a path to platinum for the stream if we land on that game next when we do our random chance meter. So again, I'm just looking for it, make sure I got every single thing out of here that I can. See, look, this undead giant's got a cannon on his arm. Look at him over there. What a jerk. What a jerk. So the only reason I'm doing this is because there's an item right there. And I want that item. Ah! Well, we woke up and chose violence today, apparently. Okay. The slowed down movement does not work well with AoE attacks. I mean, it does for the giant, but not for us so much. That's what you get. Shoot me with a cannon. So yeah, we're in the thick mucks right now, so like, yeah, walking is pretty limited. So when you're doing that, again, he's got the AoEs, so just keep that in mind. Make sure you got your heals ready to go for it. Other than that, not really a big deal. Let's see. What do we got going on here? Anything else? I think we're good on everything else. Running is and got swarmed by like 50 rats. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The rat swarms and the 4 and 5 layers they're out of control. It's nuts. Trailer releases tomorrow. I thought it released today. I could be mistaken about that. I mean, I haven't seen it either way, so, I mean... But Sekiro next? So I have a big list of games to platinum that I'm going to essentially do a random number generator to pick what is going to be up next. But what's funny, like, the games that are going to take the longest are all going to be the FromSoft games. Those are the ones that are going to take us the longest to get the platinum in. So we will see what hits next. Really want to be sitting there to watch a Souls man try Sekiro. It's going to be embarrassing for the first... until I can get the parries and the counters down, it's going to be embarrassing. Sekiro would be great to see. It sounds really good. Yeah, I've heard it's really good. I have not played it once because it's all parries and counters, and I am just not good at those. But we will get good at them. We'll get better at them by just planning out what we're gonna do and having patience, and we will persevere in the end and get our platinum, our Sekiro platinum eventually. Play games all the time rotate between Bloodborne, Sekiro, and DS3 so often I just lump them all together in the same category. Sekiro's a masterpiece. Yeah, I've heard it's really good. I could be wrong too. I don't know. I mean, if you think it's a masterpiece, then it's a masterpiece. It's all in the eye of the beholder, right? Now, it does look beautiful. I will say that. Like, you know, all From games they look incredibly good. Like, their art department is just top notch. They're so good at what they do. So we have another side area here. So if you're counting, this one layer has had a beginning side area, a middle, and an end side area. So just, yeah, again, you gotta keep track of those side areas. Make sure you're getting them. There is a treasure chest that's just kind of hanging out there. Get some ritual bloods, always good. Make sure we're not missing anything here. Boop. Sekiro's the Souls game I think I'm best at. The message for the trailer release date would have been... Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I need to watch that. So if... Yeah. I want to see what it's gonna be about and what it's gonna be like. So, I mean, Elden Ring is a massive, sprawling game. So to add DLC on top is really interesting. Yep. I got hooked. And I got swarmed. The gank squad's coming in, everybody. We must out-gank the gank squad. Yes, yes, I see. Point made. And it's valid. Counterpoint, saw cleaver. Yeah, I see you gank squad rats. And goo pile. Alright, we're gonna take the rats out first. They're the bigger threat. And then... more guys. Very good. Give the goo pile a poke. There we go, there we go. Alright, let's get our treasure chests. Get some good tube mold. Make some more chalice dungeons later. Alright, and... there's another one of these stretchy dudes. Alright, you. Come over here. A goo pile. Watch out for that goo pile. Give him a poke. Another goo pile. Come on now. There we go. Another goo pile. Gotta watch out for those goo piles. They'll get you. Alright. Is that all the goo piles? Any more goo piles wanna try me right now? I can hear more guys around here. But yeah, whatever. We've made our point. I zigged when I should have zagged there. Oh well. These things happen. Yeah, you tried to. Get over here. Get over here, you. Lots of triangles. Lots of triangle gems in this one. My saw cleaver doesn't use triangle gems. Well, not this version of it, at least. So that's something else I can mention here, too, is that in your gem slots, you can actually get 2 different variants of every weapon. And they have different gem slots available, so you can fit, different customizable things into it to make sure that you're kind of building out your weapons the way you want. But you'll find those later in other Chalice dungeons if you look for them. Let me get a sip of coffee here real quick. 1 second. How refreshing. Sweet, sweet coffee. Let's see. What else we got here? I personally think Hilarity is the most boring. Agreed. Yeah, it's all poisons and poisons. But at least there's only 2 of them. Cracked at Sekiro, though. Like I beat the final boss, who was said to be the harder than Millennia by some people on my first try. What? I was so confused that day. Games almost can't exist anymore without DLC, is what it feels like. Yeah. It's, I'm half suspicious that most games are just completely... They have all the content ready to go. But they're like, how can we squeeze more out of them, though? From Software is always the best part of the game. Azorius for DS1, Gale for DS3, and literally the entire Bloodborne DLC. We talk about 2. Ah, poor Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 is on the list of platinum on this that I have for this channel too. So we will eventually be platinuming Dark Souls 2. But yeah, every From game except for the Kingsfield games is on my platinum list. So we will be going through all of them eventually. Alright, let's get our treasure. Maybe we can move on from this Hintertomb side chalice area here. What is there to like about Scholar of First Sin? There's a couple things that are pretty good about it, I thought. I like the use of light and shadow in it, so like the pyromancy versus dark magic. I thought that was kind of cool. It is a sprawling, long game, though. Like, there's no getting around it. Personally, for me, I'm not going to claim Dark Souls 2 is a great game. I would never be as foolish as to say something like that. But I will say, when I was playing it, I really didn't mind it that much. And, I don't know, maybe it's just because, like, I try to see every game kind of, like, by itself. Like, if you took the title Dark Souls off of it, for example, would it still be as bad as, it's perceived to be, right? So, to me, if, like, you remove Dark Souls from the title and it's just a standalone game, I think it's a perfectly fine 6.5, 7 out of 10. But because it is got that Dark Souls title on it, you can't separate it from the rest of the series, right? And the rest of the series is incredibly good. So that's kind of how I see it. I have the same approach with Fallout 4. And so Fallout 3 and New Vegas are 2 of my favorite games of all time. But Fallout 4 is like, to me. Dark Souls 2 has some redeeming qualities, but the DLC was so bad. Yeah, the DLC in Dark Souls 2 was not good. It was long. It was way over the top difficult. Like, the spike is just crazy. It's a crazy difficulty spike in the game. By the way, this is the undead giant from the swamp. Now he's just going to be the boss of the area. Same thing applies as before. Just get in there. Take your time. Time your attacks. Get in, get out when you can. So yeah, he's not too much of a hassle. Just get in, get out. He's not too bad. All right. Now we're going for the next version of the Bloodstarved Beast. But again, we have our pungent blood cocktails, and that is all we're going to need to take on BSB. Fire paper, pungent blood cocktails, just like in the main game here. Dark Souls 2 is an alright game, it just has the worst qualities. Yeah, I agree with that. I completely agree with that. New Vegas is just so damn... Oh my god, New Vegas. It's on the platinum list, so... When I first started spitballing what I wanted to do with like this channel, because I knew I wanted to stream games, because I just always thought it was a fun idea. I was like, oh, what do I start with? And I went back and forth so long on starting with either a FromSoft game or one of the Fallouts, specifically 3 or New Vegas. I eventually went with Bloodborne because a Hoonter must Hoont. And we are Hoonting Platinum Trophy, so good way to start off to the series that I felt. But yeah, the Fallout games are definitely on my list because I love them so much. It's also fun compared... Oh, 76. I won't even touch 76. Like, it just... I remember when they announced it, and I was like, that's not going to be good. There's no way that's going to be good. Like, there's just absolutely no way that's going to be good. Like, I heard it came back, and, you know, it's like redemption. But, oh, man. It was brutal reading about it at the very beginning. I wanted it to do well, but it's just like, Yeah, my beloved Fallout series has not done super well since New Vegas. And that's sad for me because, you know, I want it to do well, but it's just I just can't with 76 specifically, and I'm a little worried about what 5 is going to be. Like, I kind of don't want to see it, but I kind of do. I'm going to play it, and I'll get the platinum in it, but, like, it's one of those, like, God. I don't know if that makes any sense. But I know, we'll find the good in it. We'll have some fun with it, no matter what. We will have some fun no matter what. Now, I hear a Bell Maiden around here, but I can't find the Bell Maiden. But all these baddies are coming from this area, which makes me think the Bell Maiden's over there somewhere. A big brain moment right there. Follow the trail of baddies. And there's our Bell Maiden. Tell her to knock it off. Sick of these ads. Get out of here. I can go back and explore this room. I'm not getting swarmed by red monsters. Vegas is really good. Yeah. Oh, I love me some New Vegas. Love it. I've actually always liked 4 when I mod this shit out of the game. I'm glad you went with Bloodborne first because I would not have found you if you started with Fallout game. Yeah, you know, I'm glad you're here too, and I'm really glad that you're enjoying it too. Like, Bloodborne and FromSoft games are really cool, and they're just a lot of fun. I was like, I don't want to start off with something super easy, which Fallout to me is like I can play it blindfolded at this point. And I hadn't played Bloodborne in like 6 to 8 months before I started streaming it. And I was like, okay, it's going to be a challenge. I know it's going to be rough for me to start off with, but we're going to do it. We're going to get there. And I'm really glad I chose this one to start with. And hopefully we got Voxel on board to try some Bloodborne. It's better, but still not a good game. You could say it fell out. We'll call you when we need you, Smile. I'm just kidding. Get back here. Get back here. Yeah, right. From such will we save my mental health. I've never fell in love with a piece of media quite like. Yeah, it is rare in this day and age to find something that a person has created that really just resonates so well with people. So I kind of mentioned this before, where there's a lot of mentality of just like that whole like whatever, like, you know, kind of meh mentality, I guess is the way to put it. And that kind of makes me sad because, you know, life is too short for meh. And so it's not those people's fault for just kind of, you know, feeling that way about stuff. There's been a lot of mediocre things out there lately. It is hard. I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today about like how the golden age of like gaming for us was like, you know, late 90s, early aughts, because like just there was just banger after banger coming out. And it's so hard to go back to it now because like when you remember when Final Fantasy VII OG came out and you're like, "Oh my god." And then like, you know, you get like Final Fantasy 13 after that, you're like, just Which, don't get me wrong, Final Fantasy 13 has got its redeeming qualities, but I mean, it's no Final Fantasy 7 OG. And Final Fantasy 7 OG isn't even my favorite in the series. It's 6. I love 6. That is my absolute favorite one. Well, that'll teach me to try to read chat while getting ambushed. Bah! Get out of here. Alright, let's get that guy out of here. Get that guy out of here. Alrighty. I think we're good on that. Alright, without getting ambushed this time. I figured it out. Get rid of the guys first, then read chat. I'm getting better at this streamer thing here, I think. Bloodborne's always been my comfort game. This game has held me by the balls and ripped out my juggernaut and his gold can be back for more. Yep, that's Bloodborne, baby. It hurts so good. The golden age of gaming was 90s to 2017. Some amazing game came out after 2017. The golden age was the 90s to 2010. Yeah, it's I'll have to ask. It's actually he's been in the chat before, K-Fog. I'll have to ask him what his opinion is on it, because I very heavily trust his opinion on when it comes to gaming history, because he is like an encyclopedia of knowledge about it. So he's the guy to talk to when it comes to like, well, this is the actual like, you know, specific time frame where it's considered that this happened and X, Y, and Z. So maybe I'll get him on a rant on here sometime when he when he comes back into chat next. I'll ask him and get him to rant about it. Hot take, but my favorite is 15. I've heard 15's really good. I have never played 15. I'm supposed to play it. It's on the list. So I mean, we'll get to it. We'll get there. All right. So we have last layer of the dungeon here. And we're going to deal with the old BSB once more. And then after BSB, we're going to go beat up the One Reborn. So Yahar Ghul, especially because we're already on the ground level, it's not going to take us very long to clear Yahar Ghul. And then after that, I am thinking the Upper Cathedral Ward, get our Cosmic Eye Watcher badge, and take on the Celestial Emissary. Wah! Was not expecting that. It's hard to memorize 31 Chalice layers. I mean, it's that's okay though. We'll fail with style. How about that? That's my compromise. All right, let's get these guys out of here. Let's see. That guy is literally me. It's on the list. Let's go. Yeah. I'll show you the list I have going right now. It's not complete yet, so I'm going to give you that warning that I'm still working on it. It is a work in progress. Essentially, though, my list is anything that appeared on the 3 or the 4. And I have a goal in mind for the channel that I'm going to I'll explain that in a little bit later too. But I have anything that's for the 3 or the 4 that you can get a platinum in that does not require online play. Because one of the whole things of this series is that I want to show how anyone can do it with any setup. And if you don't have the setup for PlayStation Plus, I'm counting that as kind of a disqualifier. So even though I love Dead Island and Dead Island 2, they aren't on the list. Because you can't do it without going online. Oh, this guy is just having none of my crap today. Oh, right, sir. I get it. Someone needs to cut the sugar out of his diet. I've had enough. There we go. There we go. But yeah, I'll show you the work in progress list I've got right now. So I've also got some other ideas that I want to try out here. And one of them is I want to start I have a bunch of games that you can't platinum because they're old school NES, SNES, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1 games. So what I can 100% them though, which is the old school platinum is the get everything, do everything. So I was thinking about putting those on the list as well for future runs, but we will see. We'll see what everyone wants to see or what everyone wants to do. So I have a really hard time with it because the combat is so un-Souls-like. I just came off a Bloodborne DS3 high when I played the game again. That's fair. I only memorized the first one because it literally is so simple that it instantly entered my brain. I got some game recommendations if they're not on there. Yeah, absolutely. Always taking recommendations. For instance, the entire Doom series. I love Doom. Are you talking classic Doom? Because 16 and Eternal, you have to be online to do. Which is the unfortunate problem. I own both of them, and I looked and made sure before I took them off the list. I was like, it made me really sad because I love Doom. It's some of the best games ever made. Sadly, we won't say Halo. Oh, no. We can, well, wait, real quick, because I can do Xbox as well. It's just, do you have to be online for Halo? I haven't looked it up. If you don't have to be online for it, we can put it on there. No, you don't. Oh, yeah. Then we can put some Halo on there. Yeah, the only difference with Xbox and PlayStation is that it's just achievement versus trophy, right? So, I mean, as long as we get all the achievements, then it's the same as getting a platinum. So we can definitely do that. Again, Boulder Hallway, make sure you run to the very end. I did not even see that guy over there. Well. Oh, well played with your standing right in the middle of the nowhere and shooting me when I should have been able to see you. Take advantage of my old man eyes, will you? All right. Very good, very good, very good. So I made myself a deal. I don't have a PlayStation 5. And my deal was that if I ever actually was somehow able to get monetized on this channel, I would buy myself a PlayStation 5 and stream games off of that as well. I've never been able to actually find a PlayStation 5 in the wild. And when I finally found it, I was like, I've got an Xbox S. I'm playing that right now. So I got the old PS5 and I just never lined up. But if I somehow get this channel monetized, I am getting a PlayStation 5 and I will stream PS5 games as well on there. You don't have to be online for Doom? Are you talking about the classics, like the old PC ones? Because those are definitely doable as well. 2016, I thought you had to join multiplayer matches for that one. I could be wrong about that. I'm open to being wrong about that. Achievements include tons of on. Oh, yeah, then. Yeah, unfortunately, no. Yeah, Doom Eternal. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like, I love Doom. But, yeah, it's just. Ah. You have to be online. Why, Doom? He saw you, though. Had your number? Yeah, he did, Voxel. He got me good. All the Doom games, Doom 3 and Eternal is the best one. Yeah. Yeah, Doom Eternal is so good. I might be more likely to play Sekiro than Bloodborne. Play both. So much Doom. I'll tell you what. I'll look at the Doom Classic Pack and see... Because I'm almost positive you don't have to do anything online for Doom Classic Pack. And yeah, but 16, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'll double check it just to make sure, because if I can play some Doom 16 and platinum it on this channel, I'm gonna do it, because I love that game. But yeah, Eternal's got so much online stuff. Play both Sekiro and Bloodborne. That is some good advice. Alright, Bloodstarved Beast. So, there's old BSB. So, real quick, what I'm showing you here real fast. If you don't want to use the Punch of Blood cocktail strategy, she's really not that hard right now. You can see we're still kind of carving her up. You don't really have to do it. It just makes things so much easier. But if you want to fight her fair, we're just going to use our same normal strategies that we always use. Bait out attacks that we like. Get in, get out when you can. So, you don't really have to do it again. It's advised. I would say do it. But, again, not really that necessary. Like, her poison is actually more dangerous than anything. So that's really all you got to keep in mind. But even then, like... Yeah, so there you go. Like, she's really not that bad. It's the third version of Bloodstarved Beast that we're going to have to really spec out for. But the second version, pretty simple. All right. We have completed 3 Chalice dungeons. 9 down. 9 down, 22 to go. We're getting there, gang. We'll always love Doom 2. It's such a variety. Yeah, Doom 2 is so good. It is a real good one. How shiny your guys right now? Yeah, he's covered in poison and blood and water. He's so shiny. It's up there with Gravity Gun from the Half-Life 2, Moonlight Sword from From Software, and the big... yeah. All right. So let's get some upgrades here. Grab some endurance. Now, the important thing is that we've cleared 3 of our Chalice dungeons. And we only have, we have 7 more to go, which equals out to 22 layers. So, not a big deal. We are getting there. Now, what we want to make sure we have here, real quick, gonna clear my throat and get a sip of drink. Okay, now when we go into Yahar'gul, we're planning on taking on One Reborn. We're just going to go right into it, unless we have a level up banked. We're going to need bolt papers, and if you're feeling really spicy, you can use beast blood pellets. You're not going to need both, and I'm going to show you why here, because it's pretty easy to beat this guy up. It's almost a little sad when he's like this big, beastie guy, and he looks scary, but you just really have to walk around him and he'll go down. And even if you don't want to do that, if you want to hide in a wall and use physics to your advantage, you can do that too. All right. Not that one. It is Unseen Village. Here we go. I always wanted an upgraded version of the Super Shotgun called the Super Duper Shotgun with 4 barrels instead of 2. With Antal, I hope. Oh yeah, we'll bring the summons in first. Gotta love the sippies. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm drinking Bones coffee right now. So that's what I recommend when you do some Bloodborne trophy hunting is Bones coffee. I wish I was sponsored by Bones Coffee, but I'm not. That's another goal for the channel. Get sponsored by Bones Coffee. I told you he's the goat. I'll be crying if you don't. I will bring them. I already told you I would. So yeah, again, when we're gonna do this, we're gonna showcase our summons first, and then we're gonna, if that doesn't work out, if we lose for whatever reason, that's fine. And then we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, now when you get on this elevator, get ready to run forward, because we have more Miyazaki elevator puzzles. And see this opening right here? That's where you're supposed to go, right here. And essentially, you can bypass a huge section of this level. This is the run-back path for One Reborn. So really, this is a warp. When you go in here, it's going to ask you to fondle the warp or whatever it tells you to do. It's going to take you all the way over there. Sorry, over there. And we're going to deal with that later. But first, we got some lootables to collect real fast. So now we're getting our bloodstone chunks. Really, we need a blood rock. And that is going to be in the Nightmare of Mensis. So we can't really do much with our saw cleaver at the moment, because we're about as high as it's going to go. So again, we're just going to make sure we get our loot, because we're going to upgrade our pistol to a +9 is our next goal for the upgrades. And just like before, we need 18 of them. So we have 15 to go. But we will find plenty of them. Get out of here, sir. You'd be spawning dogs at me. Okay. So, we're going to loop through here. There's a specific rune we're going to grab first before we go fight the One Reborn. And then we're going to do a little bit of cleanup and grab some items that we don't have yet. So that's the plan right now. Alright, first things first. When you open up in this area, run right up these stairs and go get rid of this Bell Maiden. Don't worry about the spawn. Just run up, take them out. Now we can go back and continue exploring. Yeah, you go away. You go away. So yeah, that's going to be the shortcut. That'll take us over to this area. And that gate, that's where the One Reborn is hiding. But we're not worried about that yet. We have got some more stuff to explore real fast. So go down this way. Again, just look around. Make sure you're getting all your goodies. These guys are turds. Don't worry about them too much. And they're tanky. They're quite tanky. Those guys aren't the problem of the areas. Those guys are the problem of the areas. But we can just run by them more often than not. So that is what we're going to do. Now, before we go in here, we're going to take out this dude on the bridge here. There we go. Now, we've been through this area. We haven't been to this area yet. My mistake, sorry. That door is what kind of blocked us last time we were in Yahar Ghul. But now that the door is open, we can kind of run around and pick up some stuff. Other than a rune, there's no real interesting items that we must have in this area. There's upgrade materials, but our weapon's about as high as we're going to go right now until we get that rock. So we're not too worried about it. Alrighty. Make sure there's nothing chasing us around. Let's see. The strap for One Reborn is locate the ass, bang a few times, back away when you start carding. Yep. Yeah. Like, he's real simple. Took me way too long to find this run back. I never found it until the other day. I'm not joking. I've never played this game since day one. I've never found this. You ever can be summoned for this fight if you killed him. If we're doing this. Oh, really? I did not know that. That's cool. All right, so make sure you go hard left here. Don't get caught off guard by this guy. And his tankiness. There we go. You can see all the lovely scenery of people that have been baked into the walls here. So we're going to run real quick here. We're going to run up to the... We're going to go to the right. And we're going to look around on the left side here for a specific rune. We're going to run past these things because they're going to whomp us if we get too close. So here we go. Just run by. Run by. Go over here. There's our rune. Run back. Just run. Don't stop for anything. They've got projectiles. They can get you. So until we can find a space to hide and regroup, just keep running. Yeah, looks to be something for Parl, but if it looks, it'll bring out intel, so it does. Ah, yes, the forever locking out of NPCs. Okay. Now, we got some items across the way over there. So, again, we're just going to run. Like, yeah, these things can track you real far, too. Like, they're shooting at me from all the way back there. So, don't even put up with their nonsense. Just run, run, run. They can wombo combo you real fast. Okay, now before we go fight One Reborn. Before we go fight One Reborn here, what we're going to do is we're going to intentionally engage one of these in a combat, just so I can show you the trick to how to fight these things. If I can draw one away from the other group, I might be able to. Alright, come on now. Come over here. Come on. Not fire things at me right now. Alright. Get to the sides and the back. Do not engage them head on. Sides and the back. If you find yourself in front of them, you're in the wrong spot. Do not engage them head on. So just jump around till you're at the side or the back. Again, these things absolutely hit like dump trucks, and they will combo you to death instantly. So just side and back. Side and back. Get in, get out. There we go. All right. Don't stop to collect any spoils yet. You got more to deal with. Sides and back. You're in front, get out. Do not stand in front of those things. There we go. All right. See, as long as we know the proper strategy and the planning we need, we are totally fine. And Bo, don't worry, all right? Don't you worry about it. All right. So real quick, we're going to take a sippy break. And then we're going to bring in our summon buddy. Actually, no, let's get summon buddy up first. Come on, summon buddy. All right, real quick sip break. All right. These enemies are the worst part of Yarhur Ghoul? Yup. Yeah, they can just wipe you out super fast. I'd rather be a fist fight, a winter lantern, an ocean of bone meal skeletons, and a jailer staring me down to fight these guys. That is, yeah, I can see that. Like, at least these guys, as long as you dance around and get behind them, you can take them down. It's just they swarm, they hit hard, and they're fast. Okay. The One Reborn. We're going to prep up for Blunt and Arcane. So we're going to look for specifically Arcane because he does a move that's going to drop bodies on us. And we need to be really careful of that. So we want to make sure our Arcane's up first because that thing can also just blast us. So prioritize your Arcane defense over your Blunt. But you want to have both going up. So let's see here. Yargul Black Garb is going to be looking pretty spicy for this one. Executioner Garb. I think we're going to start with Executioner Garb, see if anything else can beat it. Let's see. I think the split on the Executioner Garb is the best way to go on that one. Graveyard Menchets. And let's see here. Got some white church trousers. Not too good. Executioner's trousers, though. Okay. He's extremely weak to bolt. Grab your bolt papers. And we'll put these on just in case we want to be extra silly. Alright, now you can see here that I'm only going to this with 12 blood vials. That's all we're going to need. I'll remain slightly worried. There's nothing to worry about. Trust me on this. It's raining men. Yep, it's about to. So, okay, when we first run in here, ignore the boss. You're going to run straight forward and to the left to a staircase. Just like this. He's going to drop down. Don't worry about him. Run up to the left. Don't even worry about the boss. Go in this stairwell here. Because the first thing we have to do is take out 6 Bell Maidens. And we're just going to loop around to do it just like this. Make sure they don't fall off the edge where it's going to be kind of hard to reach them. And stick to the right side. So that way the One Reborn's projectiles can't hit you. There we go. Alright. Now we're going to loop back this way. But these things absolutely need to be taken out for our best strategy. You can see the boss is distracted at the moment, which is great. That's exactly what we want to see. Alrighty. We have taken out all the buffs. So, grab your bolt papers. Hit the limbs. Don't lock on to this boss. Hit the limbs cripple. When you see him start doing a red move like that, back up, regroup, recalibrate. So he's got something going on there. See, look. We're just walking around. Let him throw his tantrum. He's going to drop bodies. Go for the limbs. When he starts getting red, get out of there. Find another limb you haven't attacked yet. Go ahead and cripple those limbs. So look, he throws his tantrum, then he just stands there like a goober. We have run out of endurance. And just like that, he's gone. Yes! Sit down. I have goo on my cape. 1 Reborn trophy. There it is. So he's not too hard, is what I'm saying. The moral of the story, he's not too difficult. Alright, now before we warp out of here, we're going to go all the way up here. We're going to touch the man in the menses cage. I was decidedly not ready. You even tried to warn me. That's why Bloodborne is a masterpiece. Antil caring. True God. Dude survives this fight almost every single time you use him. Even in max. Oh, yeah. He is a house. Okay, now we find ourselves back in the lecture hall here. So we're going to get our regular good old physical defense back on. Let's see. What do I want to use here? Bone ash. And yeah, there we go. Okay, now we find ourselves back in the lecture hall, but we're on the 2nd floor this time. But we have some stuff to do before we go into the Nightmare Mensis. Because that's really the last area of the game, of the main game, that's required. And that area, if you know what you're doing, you can just breeze right through it. But first things first. We need some levels. There we go. And yeah, there we go. Okay. We're going to leave our bolt paper on. Because the Upper Cathedral Ward has got 2 bosses that are weak to bolt. And I think we can upgrade our pistol right now. We got 3. What's my pistol at? 6. Yeah, let's go upgrade the pistol. And we also got some new gems, so let's check out and see if we got anything we want to slot. There we go. That's what I like to see. Get that attack all the way up. Let's see. Anything fun going on here? New? Nope. Nothing yet. Alrighty. Upper Cathedral Ward. So, first thing we need to do is we're going to run back to the Grand Cathedral. Not the Grand Cathedral, sorry. The Cathedral Ward. Hi, Mikolash. Bye, Mikolash. Patches. If you remember, Patches is here. Now you can spook him with the scariest yell. Yeah, Patches is a turd. And we're going to deal with him. And then Mikolash. Yeah. There's... the Celestial Emissaries aren't a very good boss. I'm not going to lie, gang. Like, I get what they're doing. But they're really easy to figure out and even easier to take down. So I get what they're doing, but you'll see what I'm saying here. So that's how her day's going. Let's talk to the old woman.
Welcome home, dear. Very, very nice. This will help. Maybe it's the trouble. Maybe it's the trouble.
More sedatives.
Welcome home, dear. What's wrong? What do you like to tell me?
So this is the same loop as before. So yeah. These two don't really have anything new to say. Then there's nothing really important they're going to say. So we're just going to move on. Now to get to the upper cathedral ward, we're going to go up to that tower. We went a couple episodes ago. And that one door that was locked, the one right after the Radiant Hunter badge, we're going to go back there, because that's the upper cathedral ward. Run to the right. Watch out for this guy again. So yeah, we're just going to run back to the old cathedral ward, all the way upstairs. Might as well farm some items out of these dudes real fast. Why not, right? Could always use blood vials and bullets. Okay. Watch out for Mr. Brick Troll when you come outside the door here. Alright. Guys are going to shoot you when you walk out here. Very good. Very, very good. Yep. The ladder. Take the long way around, because why not? Because why not? I got nowhere to be right now. Cathedral Ward's easy. Okay. Watch out for flamethrowers. Tell them to knock it off. Whee! Alright. And just like that, we are in the upper cathedral ward. Celestial Emissary is one of the most underrated bosses in my opinion. I find them super fun because I just love using a big strength weapon and smacking them around and watching their heads bounce like water balloons. Look at that, another trophy! We're getting there! We're getting there, gang! Feel the same for every many enemies boss in Soulsborne, like Royal Rat and Vanguard and Deacons of the Deep. Yeah. Tons of orphans ahead. Be sure to use maximum violence. Yeah, that's the other thing. We're about to go into an orphanage, and all these dudes right here, these little things, are technically orphans. So, Miyazaki always with the fuzzy feel-goods. Blue elixirs, which we're not going to use just yet. We'll use those coming up a little bit later. These fellers, once again. He's going to point at us like a jerk. There we go. Now you'll notice these guys are a lot stronger than they were before. Yeah, your magic lantern's very impressive. There we go. So yeah, these, you can just run by them. They're not really hostile. They don't really do much. We don't want to return to the Hunter's Dream. Get out of here. We're not done with that yet. Okay, so a couple things we're going to do here. First thing, we're going to run to the right. Just kind of run by them all. They're not really going to do much. Get that Great Lake rune, though. As you can see, they're not even worth, like... They're not even worth a good amount of echoes that makes it worth killing them at this point. So just get around them. That's very, very threatening, guys. Good for you. Alright, before you go up the stairs, come over this way. Get attacked by birds. The old barking birds. Once again. Alright. So we're going to grab some Frenzy Cold Blood. Now, when we get inside the chapel here, there's going to be werewolfy guys and brain suckers. Brain suckers, if you can get the drop on, aren't that bad. But they, again, they're going to spam that magic attack that binds you like there is no tomorrow. So you have to be on the lookout for that right away. One's going to be as soon as you walk in this door here. So walk in, like walk, don't run. And get behind them. And just give them the, and sometimes they just know you're there even though you're, you're not doing anything. Yeah, they're going to spam that attack to try to stun you. And it's going to be a pain. Okay, now the choir garb is going to be what we're going to move to for our arcane defenses coming up. So, against the emissary and against our friend Ebrietus, we're going to want high arcane resistance. So, we're going to equip that right now. Let's see, where is he? Where is he? Is he on the other side of the door? Yes, he is. Ah, it won't let me cheese him that way. There's this guy. Give him a poke. So remember, these guys are... They're the super aggressive version of the ones we fought previously. But they can still be kind of stunned around as soon as you get them in a combo. So make sure you got an opening to combo them in, and then go for it. They cause frenzy, though, so they deserve it? Yeah, absolutely. Every one of those orphans had the opportunity to become Batman. He just cut them down before it could happen. That's a good point, pal. There's less Batmen in the world now. They call it frenzy if they bite you. Brain suckers, yeah. They patched it a long time ago. The door cheese, that was patched when the League was added. Like, I can't remember when things were and weren't patched out of the game. So this door's going to be locked. Don't worry about that. We're going to get it from the other side pretty soon. But first, there's going to be 3 things that are going to jump down at us. We're going to get their attention. And we're going to go back over here. We have their attention. Just like in Yharnam. Just like in Yharnam. You know what to do. Use the environment to your advantage. Don't take 3 of these things on at once. At least not fairly. Don't do it fairly. There you go. This looks super easy. Whatever weapon you have that has the most range, use that. The real problem with this area is going to be the brain suckers that are lurking around. So I'm fine cheesing these things because those things are going to try to cheese me right back. And personally, I think they started it. So there we go. I don't even know what you're holding on to, sir. Alright. So your first brain sucker, and this area is going to be downstairs and to the right over here. You can hear them already munching on stuff. Well, there's a fourth one, apparently, that I forgot about. They're not so bad in a one-on-one. Just don't fight 3 at the same time. Don't fight 3, there's nothing to be concerned about. These brain suckers, on the other hand, these things are awful. Attack them with extreme violence and prejudice. Don't let them get an attack off. Just keep stunning them. Okay. So we're going to go down here. There's our Cosmic Eye Watcher badge. That lets us buy sedatives. We're going to need that before we go to the Nightmare of Mensis. And that is really the main reason we're doing Cathedral Ward first, is so we can get that Eye Watcher badge. Go down here. Still locked. That's our orphanage door. So we're going to get the orphanage key, and then we're going to come back and do that. Okay, now there's one more brain sucker around here. We're going to go up, and we're going to go to the right. It's going to go through a door. There's going to be a brain sucker. Alrighty. So here we go. You got some more chunks. See, look. If we would have followed that guy through that door, that's what would have been waiting for us. Don't fall for their tricks. Again, just beat the living crap out of these things. Don't let them get an attack off. They stun really easy, so even if your weapon that you choose is doing a little bit low on damage, as long as it stuns, it's fine. Like a real Hoonter. I do it fairly, it's fun, but you need to have a lot of vitality to do it. I tried on my BL4 run that I never complete because it's just too much. Can't wait for layer 1 lower Hinter Tomb of layer 1 is visibly shaking. It's also poison knives for the Mikolash cheese. Yes. I do love cheese and me some Mikolash. Alright, and there's our next one right there. Don't let them get attacks off. These things are just so dangerous. They're just so dangerous. So we want to make sure we take them out as fast as possible as soon as we see them. Blindfold cap. That's actually the next part of our church, or not our church, our choir gear. There we go. Now we have our full-on Yuri gear. Pearl Slug is what we need for some Chalice dungeons. Alright, now there is one more we have to deal with here. Sorry, 2 more we have to deal with here. Whoa! Someone is, someone had their Wheaties today. Alright. Alright, got our orphanage key. So that is what would actually open up the lower level. But first, let's open up some shortcuts. We need to get this gesture for our Nightmare of Mensis. So we have our make contact gesture, which we need to talk to a giant brain for it to give us a moon rune. And now we're going to go downstairs and we're going to go open up the orphanage door. And we have enough for another level up, so we're going to pop back over to the Hunter's Dream real fast. Do that. And then we are going to go fight the Living Failures. Not the Living Failures. That's the DLC boss that's incredibly similar. We're going to go fight the Celestial Emissary. And then it is on to Ebrietas. My Miklosh boss fight goes really well with some finely tuned cheddar. Make contact is here. The famous gesture itself. Use it to talk to the gods. That's right. We need to talk to a big brain with that contact. All right, let's pull our lever. Alrighty. Alright. Now, you're going to see that the Celestial Emissary is real simple once you figure out the trick to it. It's weak to bolt. And mostly, it's weak to bolt and thrust, but you don't even need thrust. You just need bolt in any weapon.
Very well. Let me.
Grab some more endurance.
Farewell.
Okay, now we're going to be fighting Ebrietas pretty quickly after the Celestials. So we're going to rune up our arcane defenses. So we also want that, we want this all damage reduction 4%. Very good things to have. Okay, we are ready to go in and fight 2 bosses almost back to back here. So we're going to head back to, I can never remember which one it is. Upper Cathedral Ward. Let's see. Damien and the Ebrietas fight. Yep. Damien's coming in. Like, the Ebrietas fight really isn't even that hard either. Like, it's funny because if you try to fight it how you think you would normally, like, if you tried to, like, try to use a more tactical strategy, she can be pretty rough. But if you just go in there and just pound the crap out of her and know where to stand, it's totally fine. Okay, now before we do this, why don't we go ahead and take a quick break, because I really have to go to the bathroom and get some more coffee. So let's do that real fast, and I will see everyone back in about 10 minutes. I'll see everybody then. All right, we're back. We are back. Black Eye Spam is unmatched. Yep, Black Eye Spam on arcade builds is sick. I don't find Ebrietis that hard either. Yeah, Ebrietis is, if you know what you're doing, not too bad. All right, so we are going to go take on the Emissary next. So we're going to go up these stairs. We're going to make a right. And we're going to take out this little goober, because this is essentially what the entire boss fight is. Just several of these fellas. So we're going to walk into the arena. And they're going to come on in. Now, the trick to this fight is there's going to be a ton of them. You got to figure out which one is the actual boss. The trick is it's the one without a health bar above its head. So that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Nope. That one, right there. Bolt paper up, and just go ham. Get knocked off an edge. Because again, they'll surround you, but oh well. And just get back and go pummel the crap out of them. He's going to explode. Alright, now he's going to be a big beefy feller. And just get in there, get those attacks in. And he's done. There it is. And another trophy's ours! Hooray! So yeah, you can see he's not too bad. Just get in there, beat him up, move on. Light our lantern up here. And let's see, what else we got going on? Make sure you're not missing anything out. All right. Let's go cash in our echoes, get another quick level up, and then we are going to go have a little chat with Ebrietis, or as she's also known, Macaroni Face. Okay, so let's cash in these echoes.
I'm what is very well, madam.
All right, a little splash of arcane here.
Farewell, good maid.
And back to it. So, we want to go to the Lumen Flower Gardens. Thing glitch, I'm back now. Oh, cool. Welcome back, Smile. Good to see you again. All right. Ebrietis. So we're going to go through here. Break the glass. Tell that orphan to get out of here. We're going to go over there and grab that item. Because this... A call beyond. Another hunter's tool. We're one away. Now, there's going to be one of the more magic launching fellas on the left side wants to go through this door. Just go in and just get him. Don't let him get an attack off. Okay. And down we go. Make sure to kill the orphans before summoning Damien. They can frenzy him and it will suck. Yep. You are absolutely right about that. So you want to take them all out here. Yeah, you can see how quickly they can frenzy you. Alright. Tell Damien to get his buns in here. Because we got an old one to womp on. All right. I'm billowing? Like my cape is billowing, or my microphone's billowing? Is this okay? Is this good, or much like your mom, she's weak to thrust damage? All right, so when we run up here, she's not going to start the fight until we attack her. So we're just going to go up attack, and then we're going to bolt paper, and then what we're going to do is we're going to run all the way back here to her forked butt, just right here. And we're going to just kind of keep an eye on what she's doing, get our attacks in, and Damien's going to do his thing. So go ahead and start the fight. Bolt paper up. And get into the old forktail. I can't see where I'm at. There we are. So yeah, Damien can heal you in this one. So again, just make sure you're sticking out of the way. She can swipe you, but don't worry about that too much. As long as you're sticking in a good spot, she's not going to be too much of a threat. Get headshots in when you can. There we go. And the fight's kind of long, especially when you have a summon in, so if you lose your bolt paper, that's fine. Go for the visceral. Sometimes her hands will block, that's fine. There you go. Just like that, she goes down. Because when he went down the elevator thing, Big Billow ignored me. So we got 2 trophies out of that one. So again, we are doing pretty good here. Not the mom. Damn clutch would have got. They're so funny. So, remember when we picked up that queenly flesh? We can deposit it right here. And then we can go back and see the Vampire Queen again at this point. But we don't have to, because we kind of finished that quest line already. But yeah, that is the Upper Cathedral Ward complete, with Ebrietas in tow. So there we go. See, look, she's not too bad. Just get the old bowl of macaroni out of here. Okay. Now, next up, we have to make a decision. I'm just checking to see what my next level up is. Oh, it's right now. Cool. Get some more strength. Now, we have to make a decision. We can either do Chalice Dungeons, or we can go into the Nightmare of Mensis. Those are pretty much our 2 main options at the moment. So we just need to kind of figure out what we want to do next here. I'm going to go with the Executioner set right now, because I think it looks spashy. Yes, Ebrietas rematch is coming up in the Chalice Dungeons again, so we will be seeing them once more. So let's see. Do we want to do Chalice Dungeon or do we want to do the Nightmare of Mensis? So if we do Chalice Dungeon, it's Hinter Chalice Tomb level 2, Hinter Tomb 2. So it'd be this one right here. So let's see here. So what do you want to do, chat? You want to do... Do we want to do Chalice Dungeons or do we want to do Nightmare of Mensis next? Leave it a rod move. Say Chalice Dungeons, they're kind of behind on them. I do all the Hintertomb, Lower Thurma, and the Ailing Lorn today. Yeah, we could do Hintertomb. Let's see. We could do that. Why not? Let's go ahead and get the soul... Oh, the souls, wrong game. Let's get the requirements for them. So we need 3,200 blood echoes. So let's go ahead and get 3,200 blood echoes. Vote Nightmare. Now, if we do Nightmare, I could show you how to cheese Mikolash. And I guess if we cheese Mikolash... You know what? I'll tell you what. How about this? We won't do all of Nightmare. We'll beat Mikolash. I'll show you the pig fist loop, and then we can go do the Hintertomb. How about that? So we need to go to Lecture Building, floor 2. So we'll do both. We will do both. That was delayed. Either is fine. I'll tell you what. Since we need to... Hintertomb 3 isn't bad at all, and we're pretty much late game at this stage anyway. Let's open up the Nightmare, and then we can go do Hintertomb. How about that? Always keep an eye out for Goodents on the ceiling. Like that one right there. We'll say hi to Patches and get our rune. And then we'll go open up the door, and then we will go into Hintertomb 2. So Lecture Building is pretty quick. There's no bosses or anything in this area. There's Patches that we need to say hi to. And that's really about it. Because we already got everything else out of this area that we want. Alright, sometimes the Goodents drop sedatives, so that's why we're taking our time and just kind of knocking them out as we go here. Nothing good there, nothing good there. And the thing just fell on me. Get out of here. Woo! So next stream, you can do DLC stuff and defile Chalice. Yep. Like we're definitely creeping up on DLC pretty soon too. And some of the DLC stuff is the things that I'm the least practiced with, so that'll be an interesting one. But the only real problem with the DLC I might run into is the fishing hamlet, but we have enough blue elixir that I can just run by everything and open up shortcuts, which is like what you should do, because that the long range gang squad in that is just unbearably difficult sometimes. And then the whale guys. Wow. Yeah, we're going to start getting some pretty decent levels out of the Chalice dungeons too, because the blood echoes gained in them is just, it gets crazy high. Give me that bloodstone chunk. Alright, yeah, let's just open up the old, let's open up the nightmare. See, in the last challenge, the last challenge will be Ithilon is. This is a good route. Oh yeah, let's go. I can't get there. Remember to use the shaman bullet. Oh yeah, yeah. those whale things. Oh, those guys. They are tough. But yeah, we're gonna use the shaman bone blades to try to get them to fight each other, so we don't have to. Communion rune. So we're just running by. We have a church giant over here. This guy can sometimes also drop bloodstone chunks, so he's sometimes worth the farm, sometimes not. It just really depends on what you want to do with it. Since I don't really need any more right now, since my pistol isn't built for damage, it's built for parry. We don't really need it right now. There we go. Wrong button. Give me... Yes. That's Patches. He's a turd. Rear at him. Now, no matter what we do here, he's going to give us a rune either way. So either option you take here is totally fine.
It's plain as a pikestaff. Now, say in my heart, you were as a lamb to my God. Well, you weren't to know, and it wasn't for you to know. All's well that ends well, I say. No matter. Such details are trifling. We're fast friends by now. Let this express what words cannot.
Thanks, Patches.
Doubt me not, sweet compeer. What a chance encounter. Well met. My apologies, but I feel a profound thought occurring on the good grace of a certain God and the way he meted out his love. Well met.
So yeah, you can see that he, no matter what we do, we're just gonna say, all right, you know what, Patches? We'll see you in other games, buddy. Ah, you goofball. Get out of here, you scamp. All right, moving on. All right, run by that guy, and let's just go right into the nightmare. All right, we are doing pretty good here. Nightmare of Mensis, which is the last real area in the main game. So, there's only 2 bosses in this area, and they're not terribly difficult. It's more the run to the bosses that are going to be what most players are going to find really difficult here. But the real trick is run. Just run. Because you're going to have something raining down just darts and frenzy, and it's a rough area. So just remember, we're also going to have giants throwing rocks at us. We're also going to have winter lanterns here as well. And so it gets to be painful. It can be painful. So the trap in this area is to try to actually fight things as you go. Don't do that. See that glowing light up there? That thing is the brain of Mensis, and it's going to try to kill us. And no matter if we're out in the open, it will kill us. That's all there is to it. All right, Nightmare opened. Let's go do some Hintertomb Chalice 2. Forgive and forget, 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 forgive and forget. Should we forgive and forget? Smile. All right, Hintertomb 2. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Hintertomb, Lower Chalice. So let's start by getting our side areas. Instructions unclear. Brainsucker, Forgotten Madman, and Femur Elder. Yep. So the Brainsucker, yeah, it's just a regular dude. The Forgotten Madmen, there are going to be 2 of them. They're not bad, especially because they're both poisonable, so we can spam poison daggers and let that kind of do things. Or we can just, fight them as normal and go for parries. But they both have, they've got the Ludwig's Holy Blade and the Kirk Hammer. So they both use 2-handed weapons, and they pack a punch. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this. You can, again, the poison strategy is totally viable if that's what you want to do with it. Personally, I'm saving my poison daggers right now for a certain Mikolash. So we'll go ahead and go with a parry strategy on them. But yeah, they're not too bad, though. Alright, so bunch of urns like that. Look out for fire, guys. Because that's usually what means it's a-coming. There you go. So you can see that these guys are getting a lot tougher now since we're on a level 3 dungeon. Watch out for the goo guy. I said as he immediately jumps on my head. So you gotta watch out for that. Be better than I am. It's not hard. Yeah, see what I'm saying there? Give him the old torch pokes. But yeah, like, once you start getting to level 3 dungeons, they're going to start being a bit more difficult. But that's okay, because we can just take our time with things, get our echoes, because we're going to get a lot of them in these areas. And just start, keep an eye on... He blew himself up? He did. All right. Silly old guy. But yeah, again, we're just going to be taking our time with stuff. Just kind of hanging out, relaxing, enjoying some dungeons. Making sure we're getting all of our goodies. Okay. So up next, we're going to go up the ladder over here. All right. Ailing Laron, Beast-Possessed Soul, Blood-Starved Beast, and Aberrant Beast. My written backstory from Madman Waller ties in the Forgotten Madman. I'm really proud of it. Nice! That's very cool. I mean, I do love a good story, and, I always like when people, you know, extend the thing they love with some, you know, creative writing of their own. It's always fun. Okay, let's run across here. There's a guy with the rifle up there. We see him, but that is not what I'm really concerned about. This guy. Ah. So you can see they start to pack quite a punch. And then you get stuck on a wall sometimes, and then you dodge weird. And that happens. That happens. Alright, let's try that again. Without getting hit in the face with a fast poison club. Okay. Let's run on back. So yeah, again, we're just going to be taking our time. Try not to get stuck on walls. That's my advice. Don't get stuck on walls. It makes things a lot easier. Yeah, alrighty. Poison knife, excellent. Always use more poison knives. Hey, you. I want a rematch. Not you. You. Yes, yes. No? Alright. There it is. There it is. I have a bit of trouble timing some of those parries, as I've mentioned once or twice in this stream. Not too good at the parries, but, you know, we try. That's the important thing. We learn, we grow, we try. Basically, I said that Waller is the most forgotten madman. He sort of regained the sanity somewhat. We fought him when Waller then ended up in the defiled jaws and fought the amygdala. Ripped up its arm, used its weapon for his holy blade, broken in fight with the amygdala. Now he is summonable almost everywhere. He is not around though. He's in Is and Thumer though. I am unaware he is in here too. What is the who is the Thumerian Elder summon for this one? Who is it? It's wait, is there a summon for Thumerian Elder? There's one Chalice dungeon that the third layer doesn't have a summon for. I don't remember if it's this one or not. Alright, so anyway, we got the big item out of the side area, so we're going to run back to our main path again. Don't remember, it might be Waller. Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head. And we'll find out. We'll find out. You check real quick? Yeah, keep me posted on it. Let me know. Okay. Layer 1 proper. Here we go. So we're going to have some more of these guys here. Sometimes you step on a trap and they spawn in, as I'm required to step on every trap now, I've been told. Mr. Bow insisted I step on every trap, so I'm just helping him out there, doing what he told me to do. So we got some Ritual Bloods 3. That's good. But you can see, like, we are going to start getting crazy amounts of echoes here. Like, one of these guys is 777 now, so they've got good drops. They've got good echoes. Like, there's nothing we are worried about here. So again, yeah, we're just going to be taking our time, enjoying things, intentionally stepping on traps. You know how it goes. That's just how we do things here. 0 summons in Hintertomb. Oh, Hintertomb. Hintertomb is, I don't know what the word I want to use for it is here. It's not exactly difficult. It feels more grindy than other Chalice dungeons, if that makes sense. Like, they're not much more difficult. They're not much more winding or confusing. They feel like they're more of a grind for some reason. Oh, I dodged right into him. That's a good strategy. Good trick to employ. Get some more bullets. Waller summons the lower Thumru 2 and 3 and 4. Defiled 3, Ithil 3, and Is 3. Wow. Alrighty. So let's go through here and get a nice little item. 1 bullet. Yay. I really needed that bullet. That's what was going to make all the difference in this tomb for me. That 1 bullet. All right. So let's go ahead and just take these fellas out. Wow. Yes, give me all those echoes. Guy standing right by the door. Very good. Up to their old tricks again. Woo! You'd have to get real good at parries for the second run to do the regenerator build. So that's going to be fun. Got to show how to do it. Which it's really not that bad. Like, the funny thing about parries in this game is it's very easy to just kind of give up and say, I can't do it. And that's fine, but, like, it's really not that bad once you, like, start practicing it. See, look at that. Yeah, like, the parries really aren't too bad. If you can, like, figure out the timing of enemies, just stay calm, just fire off a shot when you know you got your opening. I'm just not that good at it, but, you know, again, if I can do it, anyone can do it. So, and I'm not good at parrying things. All right, so we got our lever pulled. So we got through here totally fine. Next up, we're going to go finish exploring this part of the dungeon, just to make sure we got all the items and all the ritual materials out of here. Because that's really the big thing we're looking for, is other ritual materials to make more Chalice dungeons. because we need 1 item and 1 boss fight in all these dungeons. And that is the reason we are doing all of them. Look at that, just like that. We have enough echoes for another level up. We are doing pretty good here. And slowly, slowly, slowly. Blow! Yeah, those guys are now dropping 2,800 echoes. And so, like, we're going to start getting some crazy levels here. But it's nothing compared to the Pig Fist run. Like, that's... It's just so crazy good, and it's so easy to pull off, too. Like, it's the best loop in the entire game. Alright, so we've gotten everything. Next up, we have the Brain Sucker. If we go through here. But first... I'm going to go bank my echoes real fast, because I think we have a side dungeon coming up. Or a side area, rather. There we go. Just double check and see if we have a side area, and we do. Yep. Alright, so let's go ahead and bank our echoes, and we'll come back and do this side area. But yeah, we're going to start... essentially power leveling our character. Just, you know, it's this even like grinding. This is just doing the game. And we're going to start getting real high up there. Others are way simpler. Some only have 1 sign like Germier or Damien, while others only have 2 like Vitus and Joseph. 10,000 echoes per pig. Oh, yeah. That's right, the Cum Dungeon, which gives 83,000. Yeah. It gets crazy high with the amount of echoes we're going to get. By doing that run just a few times, we're going to get enough echoes to level up as high as we want to go, get every piece of gear we want, every weapon, every consumable we want to stock up to 99, we're going to do it. So, like, we're never going to be wanting for blood vials, bullets, you know, papers. We'll never want for that stuff again once we open up that route. Loading up, going into Hintertomb. Yeah, the thing with, like, the Hintertomb takes so long is because you have all the side areas to take care of on top of... you know, the main spots. Which, you know, is not a big deal, but that's just one of the... I think that's why it feels so grindy to me. It's just, there's so many side areas in Hintertomb. Knock these guys out, see if they drop anything fun. Well, plus, it's always good to do the Chalice dungeons to get blood gems, too. Like, you just get your weapons crazy powerful. And they really aren't that bad. Like, they're just a little bit of a grind. Like, honestly, the 4 and 5 depth level dungeons, they are not bad at all. And the reward is so worth what you're doing in them. Tons of echoes, tons of blood gems, all the good stuff. Get that out of here. Alright, let's explore to the right before we go up the ladder. Doors on doors and doors on doors. Get out of here. Yeah, like we're already creeping up on another level up here. So it's just crazy amounts of echoes you get down in these things. I've always liked dungeon crawls and grinds too, so you know, like one of my favorite things to do when I was younger and I had all the time in the world was I would just sit down to like an RPG and just grind out all night, just like, you know, listening to music, hanging out, relaxing, grind levels out. So I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. I don't know how much for like thrilling content it makes, but personally I don't mind doing it. There we go. So let's see here. Got a ghosty. Don't you frenzy dagger me, ghost. Big spider. We're going to see plenty of those in the Nightmare Immensis coming up. But we're going to run by them mostly. Until we get... Once we knock down the Brain Immensis, that's when you can actually start exploring the area. Anything before that, it's just... You can do it. You're just making life a lot harder on yourself than it needs to be. Okay. Who's up next? Who's up next? You! Dodgy dogs. Okay, very good. Let's get our items picked up here. Some throwing knives, always good. Get some bullets. What have we got in this treasure chest? Some Ritual Blood 3. Blood Vials 2. Alright. And this takes us back to the beginning. Okay, let's go fight a brain sucker boss. So again, he's just a brain sucker with a bigger health pool. So let's just go up there. Let's do our regular plan here. Don't let him get an attack off. Sometimes we'll get an attack off. That's fine. Now he's going to start spamming his grab attacks and his magic to try to lock us in place. We're going to back up. We're going to go for a heal. Yeah, he's going to start spamming these, which gets pretty old. They're not exactly difficult enemies. They're just more like you know when you were younger and you played like a fighting game and you had that friend that just used low kick the entire time and he wouldn't do anything else and you knew all like the special moves and he just beat the crap out of you. That's essentially what brain suckers are. So yeah, he's gonna keep doing this because he's got nothing else. Yeah, just make sure you're getting in there, getting your attacks, dodging that magic stuff he's doing, and he'll go down. All right. And we're also at the point in the game where we don't really need insight for much anymore besides shopping. And even then, there's not a ton of stuff we're going to need to buy with insight that we can't with regular echoes. Like, there's some ritual materials we'll want to buy with them, but other than that, there's not a whole lot we need it for at the moment. Because, again, we're almost at the end of the game. Like, we've got 2 regular bosses left before the end game bosses, if we just did straight base. But once we finish the Nightmare, we're going to go into the DLC, and that's where things start getting pretty crazy with the difficulty spikes. But the DLC is a lot of fun, so we're okay with that. We're okay with that. Alrighty, where is... I know he's here somewhere. I can hear him. We're going to just knock these guys out that are, they're just kind of doing their thing. They're not really bothering us, but you know what? Free echoes is what that is. And I want all of them free echoes. Because I like levels and resources. But again, make life easy on yourself. Get all the free stuff that you can in the game. It's pretty good about handing out items that you need. But yeah, just get all the goodies that you can. Take advantage of each situation you find yourself in. But yeah, one of the only reasons I'm not really like grinding out items or like, you know, I didn't grind out the bloodstone chunks like in that loop I showed you is mainly because I'm so familiar with this game at this point that I don't really need to. But at the same time, like if I wasn't also streaming the game, like I just want to make sure I'm not boring people with like doing like a item grind or a level grind, and that's really my concern for it. But hey, I'm glad you guys are down for Chalice Dungeons. I'm glad you're here for it. That's usually the part of the game most people dread. Which is a Hemwick. They're going to keep showing up from now on. We're still not dealing with their crap. Because don't put up with the witch's crap. Don't do it. Alrighty. Make sure we're not missing anything in here. Because we've already been down there. Nothing missing there. The damn scumbags. I hate those guys. The cerebral boar from Turok 2, for instance. Yes! Insight is frustrating enough to farm a red, and they can add an enemy that can just take it away. Summoning costs insight. I know you have way more than you need, but I play this game more randomly than most, and insight matters a lot in my runs. Oh, that's cool. That's totally fair. That is a completely viable, you know, yeah, that's why if you need that much insight, I mean, go for it. But yeah, those things can be real annoying if you're an insight intense run. So that's why I hate brain suckers. Yes. Yes, it is. Be right back, putting me to bed. All right, see you in a little bit, Voxel. I also just play around all the time when I play. That's just how I do. I'm just trying to spread it out so we don't get an entire team of only dungeons. Well, no, it's actually a really good point too, Smile, is that one of the better ways to do Bloodborne, and I haven't done this in this live series, but a really good way to do it is when you get to a new area or you finish a boss, go do a chalice dungeon. You're just breaking everything up and you're spraying it out, so you're not doing all 31 layers at the same time, because that's what I did the first time I played through this game, and I was going crazy by the end of it because it was just 31 layers. But I mean, that was years and years and years ago too, so I didn't have the right mindset for it back then. But now it's just more about take your time, space it out. Thought my spacing was a little bit better than that, but that's okay. I was mistaken. Thought it was a little bit further back. Oh well. That's on me. That's on me. Easy run back. Not a big deal. But yeah, that's a really good point though, Smiles, that you want to break these things up. Like, chalice dungeons are completely optional side areas. But if you want to get like the full experience of Bloodborne, and you want to get like really good weapons and gems, and just kind of see some really fun stuff and get really high leveled, you've got to do the dungeons. It's just where all the most powerful stuff is at. I don't really need to kill those guys. I just want their echoes. So because I likes to have some echoes. All right, we're just gonna go up the ladder this time to bypass that whole bottom section down there. What do you got? Pebbles, but I like pebbles. All right, back to this feller. Still trying to figure out the timing of shooting him out of the air. I know you can do it. I've done it before. I don't know what the actual timing is for it. Easier to go for the wide swings. That's just for me, though. Like, if you can do the knock him out of the air, you get style points all day. Get some more throwing knives. Blood vials. We're going to open up that gate. My suggestion was Hintertomb, Lower, Thumaru, Ailing Lorn today, End Stream. Then Sunday we do Mikolash and Lower One and Defiled stuff. The next would be Wet Nurse, DLC stuff. Then that's all that is in Ithil. I like the idea. I don't know if we're going to have time to get to Lower Thumaru today, though. I love the idea. And we will try it. I'm not saying we're not going to try. We are going to try to do that. But yeah, like, we could do a dash straight to Mikolash and then come back to Lower Thumaru. Because, yeah, like, to get to Mikolash and drop the Brain of Mensis is not that difficult to do. Like, if you just do the sprint right there, we can knock that out pretty fast. Wait, what did I just do? Oh, yeah, that. I was going to go back and get a level up. That's right. Oh, I'm sorry. Just kind of spaced out there for a second. But yeah, we could definitely do that. If that's what you guys want to see, we could totally do that. Yeah. Lower Thumaru's got all 4 of them, and Rom is one of them.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it? Very well. Let me...
Alright, we're going to grab some more endurance. 39 is where I'm at next. Make sure you kill Edgar as well. Edgar needs to die as he is a hunter NPC. That is correct. See, NPCs don't get good fates in our Miyazaki games. The NPCs never have anything good happen to them. Oh, poor NPCs. Alright, loading up, and we're going to go take on our second boss. So for this one, like I said, I'm going to save my poison daggers. So I'm going to go just the straight parry strat on this one. I believe we have a side area here as well, though. Let me double check that. Yes, yes we do. Okay. So let's do our side area here. Alright, and there's another undead giant, just kind of hanging out, waiting for us. There's undead giants all over these tombs. Okay, so let's go in this place, grab some items. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Alright, so everything's good in there. Alrighty. Get out of here. Alright, so again, we're just grabbing up some items. Make sure we're not missing anything. Tell him to knock it off. Man, I really wish I would have learned how to parry the first time I played this game. uh. So, fun fact about FromSoft games. If you can crack the code on how the devs actually want you to play the game, and you learn to play it the way they want you to play it, it becomes so much easier to play the game. So, like, you know, you definitely can kind of, you know, brute force your way through Bloodborne. I mean, you shouldn't, because you're going to make life real tough on yourself. Like, honestly, the tip I wish I had received when I was first playing this game was learn to parry things. Especially because visceral attacks can restore your entire health that you just lost. So even if you take a hit... Oh, see, I knocked him out of the air! I knocked him out of the air! I knew you could do it! I knew it could be done! Alright, point proven. I'm going to stop trying to do that now. Alright, bloodshot eyeballs. Very good, very good, very good. So that is about everything we need out of here. We have one more spot we're going to go explore real fast, though. We're going to go down these stairs next. More antidotes. I actually didn't mean to shoot there. My left trigger finger kind of twitched. Whoops. All right, whenever you're in these tunnels, look for goo piles or goo men. Just goo of any kind. Just look out for it. All right. You know, I don't need to fight you. I'm going to, but I don't need to. I just want you to acknowledge that before I fight you. Mistime that attack. Oof. I swear, I cannot judge distance in games sometimes. There we go. Down you go. Down you go, big fella. And I don't even think there's anything in this arena for that. So, just a point of pride. There we go. I'm fine with that. I'll take that 5,000 echoes. Alrighty. So next up, we're going to go right to our boss, since we have our side area complete. So to double check we have our side area complete one more time here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Excellent. Okay. Alright, so now we have the Madmen coming up. $11 vials, 18 rounds. Should be fine. Should be fine. Taking a quick coffee break real fast here. All right. Let's do this. So the first one's got Ludwig's Holy Blade. Now that auger, you got to keep an eye out for that. You cannot parry that. So now that he's got his gun out again, we're going to need to make sure we're keeping an eye out on that. And really, we're just looking for openings now. So just keep an eye out for openings. Alright, no gun out, which means we can go ham. And since he's just a regular dude, we can kind of spam attacks on him. Because again, he doesn't have that gun out. Once he gets it back out, back it up. And get ready for some parries. Now here comes his buddy, who's got the Kirk hammer. But he's got a sprayer weapon. Which means that we can't be staggered if we just go ham on him. But you gotta keep an eye on what they're doing, though, because they can gang up on you pretty quick in combo. Call beyond, get behind a wall. So yeah, they stick pretty close to each other, so make sure that you're not getting caught up in a combo attack where they can kind of pin you down. And just take your time. So for this one, it's also a little difficult to kind of keep your eye on everything at the same time. But that's fine. Because even if you don't get it first try, you can always come back and try it again. Alright. And you'll see here, if we can get this to work, if we can get one to go down, the other one's not so bad. Oh, you tanked a bullet for your buddy. That's sweet. Well, now we're out of bullets, which is fine. Now we gotta do this the hard way. See, look. You get parried, that's all there is to it. So, whenever they have their guns out, you kind of got to keep an eye on that, though. So they will combo, and they will, you know, look out for one another, which isn't a big deal at all. So now that we're going to restock and have full vials and bullets going into this, we're going to go for it again, and we'll be fine. Alright, so we're just going to go right for it once again here. Hello again, Voxel. Alright. Let's do this again. So remember, we're just going to let him do his attacks. We're going to go for parries. When he pulls out the two-hander, that's when we're going to really make him pay. And the other thing about hunters, they have almost infinite bullets, so don't wait for them to run out of bullets. You will be waiting for a while. Give him a follow-up. There's sometimes you can, if you can kind of get them in some areas where they kind of tether back for some reason. I'm not sure why that happens, but it happens. I got stuck in a corner. Oh well. And that makes this officially the boss I've died the most on so far in this run, which is fine. I mean, there are two of them. I should have double the amount of deaths on them. Alright, let's try it again. Our good thing about the Chalice Dungeons is it's a quick run back too, so, you know, you're not really missing out on anything. What you doing there, friend? So once he does that like big charge back too, just like wait about a second and then go for the counter. So sometimes he'll do like a quick thrust, sometimes he'll do a big one. Just kind of get a feel here. But like since they're hunters, they do have, you know, hunter move sets, which makes it a little hard to kind of figure out. But not too terribly difficult. There we go. Alrighty. Come on now. Where's he at? There he is. Sometimes he just comes in to say, how do you do? So another thing that's kind of not a bad idea to do here is cycle between... Oh, I dodged forward instead of backwards there. Interesting. Okay. So another thing you can do with this fight is that whenever you're kind of like circling around the arena, whoever runs out in front, that's who you want to kind of like focus on that way. So like I was saying though, like I'm not terribly great at this fight. You know, it's a gang squad fight that I'm not great at, that it requires parries. So this one's pretty, what is the word I want to use here? It's not like above, like doable or anything like that. It's just, we're just going to keep going for it. And we will get it eventually, because that's how things work. Like, this isn't even close to how difficult, like, Orphan of Kos is, for example. Orphan of Kos is... That's going to take some doing. Where's my blood at? Get over here. Ah, see, look, I went for the parry on that. That is a rough attack. It's like shades of Mikolash coming up. Alrighty. Come on now. There we go. They don't really take a lot of damage from viscerals either, which is kind of interesting. Alright. Let's try this again. Now we've got both goons in the goon squad here. You gonna let me get a heal off? No, you're not. That's okay. I wouldn't let me get a heal off either. Alright, who's doing what here? Who's doing what? What are you doing? Nope, stuck in a corner. Stuck in a corner. Don't get stuck in corners. Where's, let me refocus. There we go. Wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. There we go. Yeah, sometimes these guys just don't want to cooperate. Which is, yeah, pretty understandable. Where are you at? What are you doing? Come on now. Well, that's unfortunate. Come on. No, not that time. Oh, man. Well, dang it. I find Lawrence harder than the Orphan because Lawrence sucks. I hate Lawrence so much. I never realized how much I hate him until today because I rarely ever fight him. And I remember the character I want literally everything on likes the best embrace for him, so I have to fight Lawrence. Yeah, Lawrence is... like, I don't understand the design of the boss. Like, I do and I don't. So... it's Cleric Beast, but on fire. So it's like, all right. So what are we doing here? But yeah, like I do and don't get Lawrence and his character design. Yeah, I don't want that auger nonsense. Get out of here. Alright. So let's see here. Who's gonna do what? Who's gonna do what? Which one of you is gonna be the most silly right now? Which one of you is the most silly? Madman? Is it you? Are you being the most silly? Oh, you are. Alright, escort. Just you and me now, buddy. Oh, did you back yourself into a corner? Oh, no! There we go. So yeah, as you can see, even with someone who's not that good at parries and gank squads, just take your time. You'll eventually get it. Alright, we're going to go bank some echoes here. And then we're going to head down to the Thumerian Elder. I did 7,000 damage to him with the Whirligig Saw and the Fire Paper and Beast Blood Pellets all combined. And he turned around and one-shot me. Yeah, I hear you. I've been there. Like, not the like damage output like that, but like I'm trying to think. I don't remember what my vitality was. But he, like, yes, yeah, just pancaked me, like, once. And I was like, oh my good lord. Like, it hurt my soul a little bit. Like, I was like, oh, that's embarrassing. Okay, now we're going to head down to layer 3 here, and we're going to take on the Thumerian Elder. So, Thumerian Elder, the real trick to this one is that he has a transforming weapon, because he uses pyromancy to transform it. Everything is pretty doable and dodgeable, but if you see that spear come out, you need to dodge, and you don't go for the counter. Because it is very fast, and it is deceptively long. So you need to keep an eye out for that. And you don't have much time to really see it coming either. Like, you have to be Johnny Jane on the spot with it. And you're going to see me mess it up a couple times, and I know the strategy for it, and it's going to happen. That's fine, though. That's fine. You know why? Because Bloodborne's a fun game, and video games are fun, and we're enjoying ourselves. That's why. But yeah, we still have 2 other playthroughs to go through for Bloodborne until we start looking at other games, though. So we're gonna make sure we get our playthroughs in, because we gotta get those endings. And you know, golly gee shucksaroo, we're gonna have to, you know, play some more Bloodborne, gang. I'm sorry, it's just the platinum gods demand it. The gods of the Hoont demand such things. Get out of here, you. You still alive? How about now? You still alive now? Yeah, you gave me some bullets. I wasted a bunch of them on that last fight. But yeah, like, that's just the thing about this game, though. It's hard. It is. And I've said this before. It's a hard game, but that's fine. Just take your time with it and enjoy it. Just learn the bosses, learn to play, you know, figure out the mechanics, do what works for you. And the important thing is really just take your time with it. Did you just phase out of existence, Wall? You did. But yeah, like, even right there, like, with the madmen, like, I mean, I can beat the main game bosses totally fine, but yeah, like you throw a gank squad at me that I have to parry, and woo, 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 it's gonna hurt. So like, that's fine. But yeah, oh dang, we have to play more Bloodborne. What are we gonna do with ourselves, gang? What are we ever gonna do? Guess we're just gonna have to have some fun. Life is hard. Life is real hard sometimes. Okay, so there's a cannon up here. For some reason, the cannon can change its trajectory after it's set. I don't understand that, but here we go. Alrighty, get some items. But I mean, there's a lot of things I don't understand, so I mean, I wouldn't base that off of my opinion. Alright, go through this door over here. Bloodborne, yeah. Yeah, I know, it's tough, right? We're just gonna have to play some more Bloodborne. Whoa! Oh, well. Guess we're gonna have to do that. Hello, Gank Squad. Oh, don't worry, I've got this secret tech. It's called throwing rocks at things. And yes, I will take my 855 echoes for each one of you I kill. Life is hard. Life is hard. Whatever shall we do? Guess we're just gonna have to practice our Bloodborne and, you know, hang out and, you know, just enjoy ourselves. Ooh, look at your combos. Look at you two. I'm proud of you guys. Good job. Good job, you two. And throw a rock at him, just for good measure. Because my pebble limit's at its max. And I can't pick up more if I have a full inventory of them. Bloodshot eyeballs. I see you over there. You're not fooling me. Just because you've done it before that I don't want to admit to. Alright. Alright. There's something in this area that I definitely have died to before on more than one occasion. I don't remember what it is. It's making me a little nervous right now. Like, wait, what was it? Not because, you know, I'm worried about dying in this game. That happens all the time, as we've all clearly seen. More because it's like, I've done this before, but what was it? I can't remember what it was. The mind is the first thing to go. Alright, so make sure we get our poison urns out of here. Is there a blood liquor in this area? I think there's a blood liquor in this area. I think there's a blood liquor in this area. We'll find out. We'll find out. So this is a giant guillotine trap. I've died to that several times too, so Bo, in case you're worrying about it, I've already died to it several times. Knowing it's there too, like on runbacks to areas, I ran into it twice. So So remember what I said about being on these ledges? You can't really see what you're doing a lot of the time? Yeah. Happens. All right, Scythe boys. Let's try this again. Come on, come on. There we go. All right, let's do our quick run back here. Oops, wrong side. But if anyone's learned anything from me in this series, I hope it's that, there's nothing to be upset about. Just, relax, have fun, take your time. Patience, planning, perseverance. That is how we get platinums. And what's funny is that before I started even streaming anything, I've been a platinum hunter for a long time. I just have never done it publicly. And so like my friend and I would have discussions about, which ones we were working on, how long we've been working on it, what strategies we use to get things, what is and is not acceptable, things like that. And so the problem with platinums is once you get it, you can't get it again on your same file, which makes me a little sad because I wish I could. I wish there's a way for me to delete a platinum off of a profile so that I could re-earn it once again in a game. But to do this series, that's why I started a whole new profile, so I could actually have my entire game history erased, so I could redo everything. Because I enjoy the process, and I love video games, and I love getting weird achievements in video games. I have thought about this, of doing a silly, fun, once we have a nice backlog built up of completed games, of doing a revisit them somewhere and do a challenge run of it, of different games, so we could do a no save, no damage, for example, or a speed run for example, or things like that, or a blood level 4 or a soul level 1 challenge. Just something fun like that once we have a nice little backlog built up. And so, some of these games on the list, it's not going to take very long to get them done. Because, Bloodborne, we'd almost already be done if it wasn't for the Chalice dungeons. We would already be almost done with it. Because, I mean, once you finish the game once, you're essentially just doing a boss rush mode for the last 2 playthroughs, which is totally fine. There's nothing difficult about it. Alright, so we need to be a little cautious here because there's 2 fellers up here. And I have difficulty seeing once I get up here. So maybe we can lure them down here. Lure them down here by falling on our face. That'll do. Let's see a Molotov only Bloodborne run. Do what I did. Feel my pain. I was thinking about this, and I've been thinking about, because I want it to have, I want you all to interact with what I do. I don't want to just tell you what I'm doing, right? Because I would like this to be more of an interactive community that, you all feel like you're part of the fun. So you get in no, you're doing this now. Things like that, right? So I don't know how I'm going to incorporate that just yet, but I would like to do that. So I have to think about, what's the best way to approach that. I could do, polls eventually, or, votes, or, XYZ. There's so many different ways it could be done. I just don't know what the best way for it to be done is. And one thing I like to do in my life is be as efficient and optimal as possible on things. So I'm going to have to take some time to noodle it around. But consumable only runs definitely could be on that list. Absolutely. I have nothing at all against consumable only runs. It might be a little boring seeing me grind out the echoes needed for like buying Molotovs and things like that, but yeah, definitely doable. If you're okay watching me grind things out, I'm fine with that. Now, Smile, did you do the Chalice dungeons in your Molotov only run, or did you just do boss rush? You kind of are almost done if you just run past everything, ignore the enemies, then you just went, yeah. Yeah, like if we just ran through everything, which is totally viable, we would be essentially done at this point, because we have enough levels to do all the bosses in the DLC. And really, it's just a matter of, you know, finishing things up, because we just need to pick up some weapons, some hunter's tools, and we need to kill some bosses. And then we essentially have the game platinumed at that point. But the reason I'm doing it this way right now is to show that, you know, it's totally fine. And, you know, this is, again, a demonstration on the easiest ways to get the platinum. And the easiest way for this one is to just take your time with it and enjoy it. Took me a year, but you could probably do it faster. I appreciate that vote of confidence. I don't believe I could. I think you're probably better at it than I am. I appreciate that confidence, though. Nope. Yeah, I wouldn't touch the Chalice dungeons in a There's no point in a Molotov only run. Like, there's no gems that boost your consumables. Like, once you just boost Arcane, like, that's really all you're doing. And anything that boosts Arcane. So, like, where did you farm out for your where your Molotovs at? Did you do the bridge strategy where the troll pushes the boulder and you just bought them up that way, or how'd you farm them? Alright, so that one's poisoned. We're just gonna let that poison run out, and that one has my echoes for some reason. Why do you have my echoes? I don't know why he's got my echoes. He just does. He's just doing his thing. I would like my echoes back, sir. He's gonna try to take him right back from me. Fair play. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. All right. I was playing, but then I suffered for 6 months, and I decided, fuck it, I only thought it required bosses and avoid the DLC in Gehrman. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because the goal is just complete the game with only Molotovs, right? So, like, you can take the peaceful ending, and you don't have to fight Gehrman at all. So, I mean, game complete. Goal met, right? See, I just did the bridge for kick, but yeah, that's a good call. Like, what's your limit? You can have 20 inventory, 99 in your stockpile. Is that right? That sounds like it'd be such. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there is a blood liquor down here. I knew it. I knew it. Not dealing with it. I mean, yeah, it's something we could definitely do. Like, I'm not a challenge runner, so taking on a challenge run would actually be kind of funny to me. I guess technically I am a challenge runner if I'm hunting down platinums, because you have to do challenge stuff to get it, but, like, nothing to the crazy amount that, like, true challenge runners do. Like, I just... I have no idea how they do that stuff. Like, one of the things I watch during the day when I'm at work is I watch no save, no damage videos of various games, and it's just, how did you figure this out? It's baffling to me. Like, I've seen this game no damaged, and it's just, I don't know. Like, how do you get through this game with no damage? I've seen it happen, and it still makes no sense to me. Pretty much followed Yampa's video on it to the T. He's better than I am, so I'm believing that took me. Yeah, like, Yamfa might be insane. Like, I know we've talked about Yamfa before, and with good reason. He is insanely clever with what he does. Like, he is insanely clever about it. So, dude's very, very bright. Alright, let's open up our gate and go fight the Pthumerian Elder after we bank some echoes. That is easy but hard. That is easy but hard? What? What? Hello, Honest Anonymous. How are you doing today? Welcome in. We are hunting platinum in Bloodborne, and I'm doing it poorly, so I can show you how to people to get a platinum in this game with almost no skill involved. How are you doing today? Alright, so we're going to go bank some of these echoes, and then we're going to go fight the Pthumerian Elder up next. And there's probably a side area, too, I'm going to have to deal with before that. Which is fine. I'm doing good, thank you for asking. Having a pretty good day so far.
Very well.
Alright, so let's grab some vitality. So we have 41,000 as our next level up milestone. Alright, let's go back, see if we got a side area to deal with. I'm great, also do not listen to him, he's decent at the game. You flatter me too much, Smile. I have proven I am not that good at it. I was going to platinum, but it means I have to new game plus 2 more times. Oh, well. What we're going to do is that we're actually going to do 2 brand new playthroughs and boss rush it for the 3 endings. So, like, the first ending, we're going to get the Moon Presence. And then the second one, we're going to do Gehrman. And then the third one, we're going to do the Peaceful. So we're actually not going to hit New Game Plus on it. We're just going to do brand new characters. What's wrong with that? It's just not for everybody sometimes, you know. I can totally understand that. Like, I really like the base game of it. But, yeah, if, like, you just like the base game and you don't want to deal with New Game Plus and stuff like that, it's totally understandable. Would you not want to play the greatest game ever made 2 more times? Yeah, it's a fun game, and I totally understand if you don't want to do the new game cycles. Like, with Bloodborne, though, like, you don't have to do it. You can just really start up a new file. But again, if you don't want to play it you don't want to play through it 3 different times, I totally get that. But yeah, like, so what I'm going to be doing in playthrough 2 and 3 is I'm just boss rushing it. Because, again, we're just showing the easiest way to do things in this game. And then we're going to get blown up with a cannonball because, you know, that's required, I suppose. There we go. Let's see. It's more because I'm not great at Bloodborne. You're in good company. I hear you, and it gets harder. Not great at it either, so I totally understand. Which is why I'm not going to be doing the New Game Plus cycles. I'm not incredible either. I still played it through 26 times, but I like having a main character with all my equipment on it, and I can make some more runs using different weapons and builds, challenge runs, etc. That is what I do too. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, if that's how you like to play it, that's awesome. And that's how you should play it. There's no wrong way to do it. There's a trick to, if you don't want to do the playthroughs again. If you grab a USB drive and plug it into your PS4, you can actually make a save right before Gehrman. And that way, you can actually get all 3 endings just right there from that same file. So, if you, like, before you eat the umbilical cords, and if you decide to do that ending first, just make sure you use your USB after you decide which ending you want to go for first. But if you save it right before Gehrman, you don't have to go through the game 2 more times. You can just grab all 3 endings right there. I only have a few characters. My Molotov one, my first one, everything. I'm trying to think, like, Dark Souls 2 is you definitely have to go through the game to New Game Plus to get the Platinum. Because there's only one character that sells a certain spell that can only be acquired in the New Game Plus cycle, even with Bonfire Ascetics. Yeah, so totally get it. But yeah, if you wanna grab the Platinum, the way with the USB, that's the easiest way to do it without doing any new game cycles with the same character. And it works with any USB. You just plug it right into the old PS4 and you're good to go. Oh, sorry about that. Had to cough real quick. Trying a Jack the Ripper run. Nice. What's the load up for that one? I see. All right now. Yes, you have scythes. They're very scary. I get it. Now knock it off. Were you still alive? I stopped to reach out and I thought he was dead. Hubris! Oh, well. Anyway, same thing with DS3. That is true. That sounds fun. Yeah, that does sound fun. Yeah, Nados, I'd like to know what your build up for that one is. It sounds like a cool cosplay run. Use that for that. I only play Bloodborne characters in Bloodborne. I'm curious. I haven't played Bloodborne or watched anyone play it other than you playing it. It's been a trip. Thanks, Foxel. All right, let's do our run back and go grab our echoes and get revenge on that fella. Oh, wait, that was a side area. I don't know. Gotta go to the side area for it. I'm all discombobulated now. Oh, no. Whatever shall I do? Alrighty. Let's try this again. This time with feeling. Go to the ladder, go to the ladder, go to the ladder. Not dealing with undead giants and their cannons. Run on by. Alright, where were we? These guys. Yeah, that's right. That's right, I remember you now. Let's see. I want some more echoes. And I want my revenge. I really thought that guy was dead. Oh, well, I'm an idiot. Round 2. Might have to be round 3. Might have to be round 3. Knock it off! Alright, no more jump attacks for you. You've had enough jump attacks. I said no more jump attacks. Alright, are you dead this time? Is he dead? Is he dead? I think he's dead. Has anyone ever seen Cannibal the Musical? If you've seen it, you know what reference I'm making. Honest, we got to see Vox up first. Eating babies. The one reborn, it was a riot. This game is clearly a baby eating simulator. Is the threaded cane or blades of mercy? I'm still deciding. Only one blade though, no transitions. My ideal outfits would be hunter hat, jacket, search set, surgical, long gloves, charge, informant. That's a pretty good loadout. That's pretty good. So you're going with the skill build? Are you gonna, do you know what kind of runes you want with it yet, or are you still kind of deciding right now? But that's a pretty spicy build. I like that. You got a good range of defenses. You got a nice, strong weapon loadout. Not seen that, but that sounds like it needs to be on the list. It's Trey Parker and Matt Stone's first movie. They made it when they were in college. I'm actually surprised you haven't seen that, Voxel. Check it out. It's a trauma film. So there's a scene where this guy dies 5-6 times, and he keeps coming back to life. It's actually really funny. Yeah, if you haven't seen that movie, check it out. It's actually really good. And you could definitely tell these guys were going to make South Park later. So you can definitely tell. Personally love cosplaying characters from the game. That is a good loadout. I'd go with the cane over Blades of Mercy for cosplay purposes, but Blades of Mercy are better if you want. Yeah. I could definitely see the blades for the Jack the Ripper concept. I think that's a cool idea. But you're right, the cane or the blades would work. Both would definitely do it. But yeah, I like that loadout. That's really good. All right, Thumerian. What am I doing? Thumerian Elder. Let's do that. He's a skill build, so I get better visceral attacks. So I sort of stimulate how victims feel. I like it. Yeah. That is thematically correct. I like that a lot. I just love doing runs as characters that appear like I did one of almost every hunter. I'm still working on them all. I did people as obscure as the Yargul hunter with the Tonitus and the Wood Shield. I like the surgical white gloves as the inclusion in the Jack the Ripper build. That's a fun little nod to the theory about who he actually was. I like that. All right, Thumerian Elder. So again, he's parryable, and you got to watch out for the spear attack. He's gonna try to shoot us with his fire crossbow as well, so keep an eye out for that as soon as we enter the arena. You'll see what I'm talking about right... Where'd he go? Another thing about this guy is you can just run up to him, and he will, like, kind of phase out after a couple attacks. He's very easy to stagger. So just, yeah, get right up to him. But once he starts going into that, once he starts using the spear, get out of there, because that is a rough attack to deal with. So we're going to try to bait that one right there. That's the spear attack. He decided to go to the left for some reason, which I'm not sure why. Yeah, so you got to keep an eye out for that. Now the scythe is really easy to counter, because you can see it coming a mile away, and he's going to pause on you. Alright. So we're going to try to bait out that scythe, and stay away from that spear. So like, even when you're looking for it, he can still get you. So, look, I can see it coming every time. Like, it still gets me. Every time. Every time. Alright, I'm actually making this look a lot harder than it actually is. Alright. No more messing around. Let's have some fun in this battle. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Alright, phase 2. It's a lot like phase 1 with him. He just gets a little bit more aggressive. Nothing to worry about. Now, the only real attack he adds is that mace attack. And it does explode, so you got to keep an eye out for that. But again, just if you can get right up to him, you can just batter him. So sir, you're dead though. There you go. Yeah, he's not too bad. So just remember, you got to look out for that thrust attack, because it's got a much larger range than you would think, and it's really, really fast. So even though I saw it coming each one of those times, I wasn't fast enough on my dodge. So that's why it kept popping me. So you just got to make sure you keep an eye out for that, and you're good to go, though. So you get out of the way, you want to jump to your left, but don't do a step to the right. Don't do it, Voxel. And that is how you take out the 4th Chalice Dungeon. Woo! So, that is 12 Chalice Dungeons down, 19 to go. But friends, you know what time it is, my dear hunters. It is time for us to start wrapping it up. So let's take a quick snapshot and see where we're at today. Real quick though, let's see what's going on in chat. Here, I just love doing the runs. I've read that. I'd also include the guidance room for increased rally. That fits for Jack as well. I use a gimmick chalice dungeon to get my Queen of Yarnum achievement. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. We are out of money, so we cannot use PSN. Parry him. So can chalice dungeons not be searched for with no PSN? Yeah, you need to be online to do that. That is correct. So that means I beat this game 26 times with no cum dungeon. While I was the one that did it. I got the platinum. I also have done this game enough on my own to platinum about 10 times, maybe. No. I credited only 2 jokes the rest of the time. I'm doing so good. Well, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Now, we're going to do a quick housekeeping set here. So, let's see what we got going on here. We have plenty of materials. And you know what? Let's go upgrade the pistol real fast. We're going to do housekeeping. Let's do some housekeeping. And we can go ahead and check our blood gems real fast. Make sure we're not missing out on some spicy damage. Cycle through. Nothing new there. Nothing new there. Nothing new there. All right, let's check our pistol. And nothing new there. All right. So let's see here. We are level 83. Not doing too bad. Not too bad at all here. And again, we haven't even done any grinding yet in the game. So we're doing pretty good at the moment here. Now let's go ahead and bring up smile. Yep, you know, it's checklist time. We got to bring up the checklist. So let's go ahead and bring up our checklist. There's our checklist. All right, so what did we do today? Well, we took out the one reborn. We got that one taken care of. So let's go ahead and pop that in. Ebrietas we took out. They are now gone. Celestial Emissary, they are now gone. We got the Chalice of Is. We got the Choir, which completes all of our trigger trophies. We got a Call Beyond from the Upper Cathedral Ward. And finally, we didn't get any new weapons today. We did not get any new weapons today. Well, take care, Honest. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Really appreciate you. Hope to see you next time. We're going to be doing this again Sunday at 5 o'clock again for more Bloodborne Platinum Hoonting. So yeah, look forward to seeing you then. Have a good night. Spreadsheet happiness. It's getting filled in. It's getting there. We are getting there. All right. So, there's our spreadsheet all updated. And now, let's take a look at the old percentages. 40% done. We are getting pretty close. Look at all those. Look at them all filled in. It's looking pretty good, gang. It's looking pretty spicy. All right. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and close it down. Thanks again for everybody for hanging out. I hope everyone had some fun. You got to watch me get beat up by madmen today, which is always a good time. Yeah, we'll be back Sunday night at 5 o'clock to continue the Hoont, where we're going to make Mikolash pay the price for running away and laughing at us. Because I have a sensitive ego, and I don't like when people laugh at me and run away. So, we're going to poison him. And then after that, we're going to finish up Nightmare Immensis, which is the last main area of the game, because then it's DLC time, and then we'll get some more Chalice Dungeon in to get those kind of taken care of. So, until next time, thanks again for everybody for hanging out. I really appreciate you all being here, and I hope everyone had a good time. And start thinking of some fun, stupid challenge runs you can think of me to do, because I will figure out a way to incorporate this stuff into this channel somehow. And in the meantime, take care, everybody. It's always a pleasure. And have a great night.